Lex P. What's up, Betty? You ready? Oh my gosh, it's Monday again. Y'all know we back, never miss a Monday, period. So y'all know I gotta give my disclaimers in the beginning. No makeup again. I'm going through my skincare rejuvenation, okay? So don't y'all be like, that girl with the disco ball head screaming at the camera again. And I am. We have news to cover. Y'all know it was a messy, messy week, and I gotta give y'all the tea, okay? It's Monday. I hope you're at the gym, at work, maybe resting in bed. Maybe it's your self-care day. I don't care what you're doing, but it's time to get that tea, okay? I hope y'all had a great weekend, a great week. And also, just real quick, I just want to say we are deep in Love Lex P now. I think we're on like our third, going on fourth month, maybe. I don't know. We have been consistent. Lovebirds, y'all have been showing up. I just feel like we have such a good time over here. Don't get me wrong. We have a great time on Travel Queens and Poor Minds. A little plug right there. Make sure y'all go check that out. But I don't know. I just feel like this is so different. We get to talk about hot topics and mess, child. I just love it over here. But we keep it cute always. So I just want to give a shout out to y'all. And also, shout out to my editor, Boosie. A lot of times y'all be like, Lex, why did you insert that? Baby, it wasn't me. It was not me. It's him. He be cutting up so bad. But honestly, if you're watching this and you're a creator and you want to get into, vlogging, you want to have a show like Love Lex P or Poor Minds or whatever, and you need an editor, I'm going to put his tag right here. Well, he going to put his tag right here. Y'all make sure y'all follow him and hit him up. If you are looking for an editor and you are in this creative space, or even if you have an event to go to or something and you want to send him some footage or, just hit him up. Just hit him up. And don't y'all be talking about, Lex, I only got $3. Well, get your coin up and hire him. Great work. Shout out to you, Boosie, period. Okay, let's get into these hot topics, y'all. Oh my gosh, a lot is going on this week. So as we all know, Cardi B and Takeoff are in the midst of a divorce. Cardi B is really standing on business, y'all. And she ate that. I'm just so happy for her because one thing, I'm a woman first. Like we all have seen Takeoff play in her face for so long. It's like, you are with the Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of their divorce, Takeoff is requesting spousal support, y'all. Yes, he's requesting spousal support. And I think that not only does Offset not need the money, allegedly, we start with $7 today, y'all. Allegedly. I don't want to count. I'm not counting nobody's pockets now. But not only does Offset not need the money, but Offset is losing his mind because he never thought that he would lose Cardi. Okay? I feel like he is trying to disrupt her peace because he's not at peace. Cardi said that she knows that he's going through it mentally, okay? Now, y'all know I'm messy because I'm going to play a clip for y'all when Cardi was going off, and she said, you know what you did? You know what you did? I said, well, tell me, girl, what he did. So I'm going to play this clip right quick.
I've been giving you grace because I know you're not mentally well. Don't make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell niggas that I'm a bad mom, make sure you tell niggas that Cardi B, Belcalis, Marlenis, and Manzar is paying $50,000 a fucking month for her kids because you don't help me with nothing. Go tell the people when's the last time you seen your fucking kids. And you know what you did? You know what you did? You know what you fucking did? You coerced my daughter. You did a video and you keep threatening about this video. I don't give a fuck. I take a picture every single day. I can tell y'all every single day where I be at. At work. You coerced my daughter to say on FaceTime, oh, I miss my mommy. She's never here. She this, and that. And every single day you threaten me with that video. Like if I don't be busting my ass for them motherfucking kids. The fuck? And you know I was gonna stay quiet. But you're not gonna be sitting here in the industry trying to say that I'm a fuck mom. Nigga, I'll bust my ass for these fucking kids. And you haven't helped me with shit for a year. You need help. You need to go to fucking, I don't know where you need that. You need some help. I've been giving you grace because I know you're not mentally well. I've been giving you some grace because I know you're not mentally well. But enough, motherfucker. Enough.
So as you can see, she is very, very frustrated. I know a woman who is fed up when I hear one. She's done. So I feel like instead of being petty, why don't you just settle the divorce with her so y'all can move on with your lives. This is what you wanted. You kept being outside with other women. She's literally giving you what you want. So what's the problem? You can't blame, you miss your granny and all that. I'm not making jokes about his granny. I'm just saying you can't do that no more. She's not falling for your manipulation and your tricks anymore. And mind you, I'm a fan of Offset. I am, musically, but I don't like when women finally get over a man and they're trying to move on with their life and they're trying to disrupt their peace. She gave you a lot of chances. We all saw publicly. Only reason I know this is because y'all let me in the group chat. Y'all let the messiest girl in the group chat, me and my Lovebirds, all up in y'all business. So I just believe that her saying that she has to pay $50,000 a month on her children, and she's not asking you for money. She's not asking you for help. She just wants you to spend time with her kids. It's just like, just be there for the kids and let's move on amicably. My prayers up for everybody involved. Y'all know I don't play about the children. Lex P love the children, even though I sent mine to the upper room. Oh, bless it.
We on deck. That you like baseball? We on deck. On deck for what? For what? That upper room, nigga. The upper room with Jesus.
But I do love the children, just not mine. Just not mine, baby. Y'all got that. Y'all got that. All right. Moving on, Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. The saga continues, and we have been waiting for this new evidence. The new evidence, Betty. Yes, Betty. They allegedly, all right, 650. They allegedly had new evidence, and all the Tory supporters are like, I told y'all. We knew it was coming. We knew she was a liar. Only for that new evidence to be footage that was in Megan Thee Stallion's documentary. The evidence was Megan talking to the police after the shooting happened and her telling police that she had stepped on glass. And y'all, I'm trying not to curse y'all out and call y'all out by y'all name. Because we are all children of God. Well, some of them are, Betty, not all. Y'all were like, I told y'all, see, she stepped on glass. Babe, Megan told us years ago that she told the police that she stepped on glass because this was during like the George Floyd, all that stuff was going on, quarantine time when the cops was getting trigger happy, and she didn't want anybody else to get shot, okay?
Megan Thee Stallion lied about the glass.
But I remember them asking me, and what happened to you? I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me, and what happened to you? And I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
Y'all keep pulling up these pictures and old stuff that we already know. This is not new evidence, y'all. At the end of the day, y'all are harassing a victim. There was one person who had bullet fragments in their foot. There was one person who was hospitalized. It was one person whose life was in danger, and it was Megan. She is the victim, whether you like it or not. I'm not talking about this shit no more. Leave Megan alone. Y'all remember that video where that man was like, leave Brittany alone?
Listen, when is it professional to publicly bash someone who's going through a hard time? Leave Brittany alone! Please!
Leave her alone. I mean, y'all keep making her relive this trauma for no reason. The judge put Tory in jail. It's where he belongs. Okay? Because if the shoe was on the other foot and Megan, that wasn't a joke. Betty over there. That wasn't a joke. If the shoe was on the other foot and Megan had pulled the trigger and Toy was shot, it would just be a different tone. It would just be different. So I just, prayers up to Meg as always. She was just at DreamCon this past weekend looking beautiful, dropped her swimwear line, making them coins. She just announced that she's collaborating on an anime with the creator of Boondocks, working free, a free woman. When you free and you out of jail and you don't commit crimes, that's the stuff you get to do. Okay, moving on. Smokey Robinson, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all an update on our sweet, sweet uncle. Or maybe he's sweet, maybe he's not. I don't know. But Smokey Robinson is he filed a $500 million defamation lawsuit. Now, obviously, the women that used to work for him don't have that type of money, but I don't think that Smokey Robinson needs the money. I think he's just trying to prove a point. So, according to Deadline, this is in response to their $50 million sexual assault lawsuit. Smokey claims their allegations are completely false and says they previously tried to extort him for $100 million. So he said, this is y'all's second time trying to shake me down. Y'all remember that song he had? Doing coke, selling drugs. He said, not today. Not today. He says, when that failed, they turned around and sued him. In the legal filings, Robinson's attorney argued the former housekeepers fabricated the abuse claims as a part of an extortion scheme. Now, I don't know what's true and I don't know what's false. I have not seen any evidence on their side, but I'm also the type of person, like, sometimes people don't have evidence. But I will say, I really hope that these women aren't lying because, again, if they are lying, which I'm not saying they are, but if they are lying, women like that, men like that who lie and say they are victims of abuse when they are not, is the reason why people like Megan are getting attacked right now. So, I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know who's lying because Smokey's saying nothing happened and they're saying something happened. I'm not going to go through all of their allegations. Y'all can watch one of the previous Lex P episodes and I went through everything that the housekeepers were saying and accusing him of. So, that's the update. Smokey is fighting back, bitch. Y'all remember Smokey the Bear?
Surprise!
Smokey the Bear, y'all done brought out Smokey the Bear, bitch. He is fighting back, okay? Moving on. Rapper Erica Banks, I think y'all are familiar with Erica Banks. She had that song, Bust It. Y'all remember the Bust It Challenge? And she was signed to 1501, which was the same label that Megan was signed to. I'm just talking about Meg all day today. I bet Megan like, girl, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Sorry, y'all. I got like skincare on my lips, so it's making my lip gloss frost up. Anyways, okay. Erica Banks is going on a tour. And I know y'all are thinking, okay, Lex, why is this tea? Why is this news? She's a rapper. They tour. I'm turning Lex P off because you're reporting a rapper going on tour. This is not tea. She's not going on tour to rap. She's going on a strip club tour to bust it. You know what I'm saying? She's going shake that ass. No performances will be done. Oh, performances will be done. A little popping up the pussy. If you catch my drift.
Use what you got to get what you want and stop messing with this chump change.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Just what it sound like. It's stupid, girl. Use what God gave you.
What, y'all, some prostitutes?
Hell no. We dancers.
Hey, Betty, I don't gotta say allegedly. Betty said stay allegedly. I don't have to say allegedly on this. She's going on a strip club tour, okay? So she is receiving a lot of backlash. She actually posted a tweet saying, my strip tour got y'all in a frenzy. Are y'all okay? You don't have to be a hater, babe. Your boyfriend won't. So let's just all have a ball and enjoy this. So first of all, let me say this. I do not shame anybody for what they do to make a coin, okay? Y'all want to job shame all the time depending on the job. Because if somebody sat up there and said, oh my gosh, you work at McDonald's, y'all gonna be like, well, somebody has to serve the food. You can't talk about, fast food workers, that's mean, that's evil. But if somebody tries to shame sex workers, y'all feel like that's okay. I don't like that. So I will say, in defense of Erica, I don't like the fact that y'all are like trying to make fun of her. Y'all, the economy is really bad. And outside of this, side note to my lovebirds, y'all, I don't care what you have going on. If you can save a little bit of money, I don't care if it's $5, $20, something. Get you a high yield savings account, okay? Something, y'all, for a rainy day. This economy is getting scary. I'm telling y'all, please save your money. Live under your means if you can. Get your ass off Amazon. Get your ass off of Uber Eats. I'm telling y'all, please just be prepared. But that's a side note. But anyways, I don't like the people making fun of her. Oh, what happened? What happened? Trump happened. Times is hard. But on the other side, Miss Erica Banks. Erica Banks stepped to the front now. This, I do believe, is what happens when you don't stay humble. Because I do remember when Megan was falling out with 1501, and y'all know I'm a certified hottie now. Any tongue lashed against Megan shall fall now. Because you sat up there and said, like, you was basically like the next up and you finna surpass her. I can't remember exactly what you said, but I remember what you said. You was coming at Megan to take up for 1501. And then they turned around and did the same thing to you. Unfortunately. And I'm not saying that that's what you get, but this is why when you see men mistreating women in the industry, don't think that they not gonna do the same thing to you.
What's up? It's your girl Erica Banks, and I'm in the neighborhood with the neighborhood talk.
You are known as the Flow Queen. You put out a freestyle to Gucci Mane's I Think I Love Her, and Megan Thee Stallion put out a freestyle to the same song. Now, I saw that you pinned a comment on one of your posts saying that you want to go freestyle with her. Would you really be open to doing that? And how do you feel about Megan Thee Stallion doing, freestyles on the same beat as you?
I mean, everybody can do, freestyles on whatever beat they choose, but it's the big difference between me and you.
Period. Okay.
And this is coming from things that I have personally witnessed. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know when I walk in the room, I'm nosy. I got to peep the scenery. You feel me? So I say all that to say, y'all, please stay humble. Keep God first. Don't be thinking that you won't come across hard times. Because one thing I do is I wake up every morning and I thank God. Oh, I thank God. And I'm really having a serious moment right here, y'all. It is so hard to pay your bills right now. So I don't think we should be making fun of Erica Banks. We just need to be understanding. At least she is paying her bills. And she's trying to, do what she got to do to make ends meet. And the girl ain't broke. I'm not saying it like, oh, she's about to face eviction, so she got to go on a strip club tour. Erica Banks has been doing OnlyFans for years. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do what you got to do. If the music isn't selling, you have to do what you got to do. So I'm not mad at it, Erica. Get your money, all right? Moving on, I want to talk about Streamer University for a little bit. As y'all know, Streamer University just passed. Cenat had a bunch of streamers, the top streamers be professors. Some of the streamers, like upcoming streamers that were trying to learn. All of the big university. Y'all know what Streamer University is. I'm trying to report correctly. So it was this past weekend, I think, or the weekend before. Did I talk about this last week? Child, I'm losing my memory. I don't know, but I just wanted to say, Streamer University was a great idea. It was fabulous. No, I think I talked about this on Poor Minds. Kai did an amazing job. I think it's amazing to open the doors for other people. But what I'm starting to see now is like other people trying to do like university things and university this and something different, but with the twist, which that's cool. Nothing is a new idea. Everything is reinvented, right? But I will say, y'all, in this space of content creation, it is so important to think outside the box and be creative, because if you're starting a university right now, it's like clear what you're doing. And it's not I don't know. It just comes off not like genuine and like real. Like Kyle was really like, he did that. And that's a tough act to follow. So I think everybody out there who's trying to do their own university, I'm not telling you don't do it, but you know, just get a little more creative. Get a little more creative, okay? But shout out to everybody out there. I didn't watch it per se because I don't have a Twitch and Auntie don't know how to work that. But I was watching a lot of the clips on TikTok. And I thought everybody did a great job. I was highly, highly entertained, okay? Moving on, Jennifer Hudson has gone viral because she did an interview with Eddie Murphy. And it was maybe like a 30-second minute clip, y'all. I'm going to play the clip right here.
Are you going to sing at your son's? Wait, it's your daughter's wedding, right?
My son and they got married like 2 weeks ago. They went off. Everybody was making the big wedding plans, and then they decided they wanted to do something quiet with just the two of them, and then they got married, and now Martin don't got to.
Y'all are in-laws now. You and Martin are in-laws.
Yeah, we're in-laws. He don't have to pay for the big wedding now.
Uh-oh. Did you sing for the wedding, Eddie?
No, I didn't. They didn't have a wedding.
Oh no.
No, they went off and they got married at the
So
church.
you didn't
They had
go?
a little. They didn't. They just had the two of them and the preacher. They had a little quiet. Look at it, a little quiet little thing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I think we'll have like a big party or something.
And
But
then
they
maybe
just
you
they
can
ran off and got married.
Okay, will you sing then?
Will I sing at the wedding?
Yeah.
No, I ain't singing.
No.
No.
I think they would appreciate that. Don't y'all think so? I think so.
And if that clip gets, hopefully they don't flag me for the clip. I don't know. We're going to find out. If they do, I'll put the clip link in the bio or something so y'all can go watch it. But anyways, everybody is talking about Jennifer Hudson's interview skills. And they're like, why is Jennifer Hudson interviewing people? The best part about her show is the tunnel, the spirit tunnel, and things like that. This is all I have to say because I'm a Jennifer Hudson stan. I love Jennifer Hudson, okay? I do love her down. I'm going to give Jennifer Hudson some grace. And y'all know you're like, Lex, why? Because interviewing is hard. As a certified yapper myself, you really have to develop that skill because when you're excited and you want to ask funny questions and you want to be in the moment, listening is a skill. And it's hard. I still struggle with that. I think my interview skills have gotten a lot better. But sometimes it's hard. So, you know, I think y'all should give Lil J Hud a break. Now, it was cringy. I think that she needs some cue cards like we have on Poor Minds so she can stay focused, stay on track. She might need a little earpiece. That's what they do on Dish Nation. They have an earpiece and they're talking to you in your ear. Maybe she needs a teleprompter. It's a lot of things that help journalists and people who interview people. So we're not just sitting there off the dome. We have a lot of things helping us. On Poor Minds, we have cue cards. We have a teleprompter screen. We got a lot of stuff going on. So I think maybe she just needs a little help. Shout out to J Hood, period. All right, moving on to the white news. Y'all know I wasn't going to leave out the white news. Every week, the whites are doing something. So our president, our acting president, Donald Trump, has pardoned the Chrisleys. If you don't know who the Chrisleys are, they are a Southern white family. And the mother and the father were in jail for tax evasion. And he pardons the Chrisleys, right? So, first of all, let me say he also pardoned Larry Hoover. He's pardoning people right now. He also said he's going to have to look at the evidence in Diddy's trial. If Diddy goes to jail, he's going to look into pardoning him as well. I think this is all a ploy. Because I think he's finna, and I don't want to speak out of turn too soon because this is, or just out of my ass because this is a very sensitive topic, but I would not be surprised if Trump pardoned Derek Chauvin, the police officer who took the life of George Floyd. I don't trust Trump, and I feel like he's up to something, and he's not done with us yet, okay? But pardoning the Chrisleys is crazy. But they're Trump supporters. And what was crazy was, y'all didn't hear this from me, but Candy, our girl Candy, y'all know Candy. Candy Todd, Real Housewives of Atlanta Candy. Don't think I'm not Candy, that Candy. She was in the comments like, congratulations, I'm so happy for y'all. And everybody was, I got hair on my lip. What's going on today? Everybody was in them comments tearing Candy up. They're like, Candy, are you a Trump supporter? They was asking her that because they was like, if you support the Chrisleys who support the Trumps, what are you really supporting? I had to whisper because y'all know Candy runs Atlanta. And I'm not trying to get kicked out, okay? All right, that is the hot topics this week. Ooh, it was so much going on. So y'all know, per usual, we are reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. This episode was so good. I'm loving Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. Some of y'all have been DMing me like, Lex, I don't like it that much. Girl, I'm having a ball, okay? So Real Housewives of Atlanta, we pick up. This is after Portia's like pampering party. No, not after the pampering party. It's after her and Shamia had her big blow up at the restaurant. So we're at Shamia's house. Shamia's on the phone with somebody and she's like, hey, best friend. Hey, best friend. I'm like, oh, Portia's coming over. Girl, why Kelly walked in? I said, Shamia. Y'all know I love Shamia. I'm very biased when it comes to my girl. And I'm like, Shamia, since when did you and Kelly become best friends? But Shamia did say in her confessional, she was like, I call people best friend. It's a term of endearment. I love that. But I think that, honestly, I like Shamia for that because I would rather us say, hey, best friend, rather than being like, hey, bitch. That's how I be talking to Betty. Hey, bitch. All right. So, this whole Shamia versus Drew thing, I don't like it. I don't like it because y'all know I'm biased now too. Drew is my friend now. Drew is my friend in my head. I don't like my two girls battling each other, but I do think that they both have valid reasons to be upset. I feel like Drew calling Shamia a lapdog, like who wouldn't be upset at that? You know what I'm saying? So I think they both have their valid points, but I don't want to see my girls fighting. Moving on to Kelly. Kelly revealed that she has spent $158,000 in her divorce from Mr. Roly-Poly. Divorces are expensive, guys. I didn't realize they were this expensive. If a man tries to divorce me, I'm turning into Olivia Newton-John. I love you. I honestly love you. Because $158,000 for us to break up? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. So y'all know I do love Kelly. I be throwing shade to my girl Kelly, but Kelly is a wonderful addition to the cast. I don't know if I've ever said that. I do like Kelly. So I like the fact that we're getting real this season and they're revealing a lot of stuff that they're really going through in real life. I feel like this is one of the most realist seasons that we've had in a long time, okay? Moving on. Portia was touring a $4.2 million home. Baby, go naked and sell them like that? I need to sell me some bundles. I know that's right. And I am actually like, I know a little bit about the housing market in Atlanta. So a 4.2 million house, you making some coins, okay? That's the Real Housewives is paying you real well. She was talking about how her first divorce was a lot more difficult and she was struggling a lot more than she was with this divorce. And look, Portia, you know I love Portia down. But Portia, your first divorce was more difficult because you actually loved him, girl. You loved that man. You did not, you know you ain't struggling through this. I mean, I think you're struggling through this divorce because a divorce is hard. But I think you're more so struggling because Simon is doing a lot. I don't think you're going to miss him or miss his loving. I don't think you're going to miss none of that if I'm being quite honest, okay? And then also, Portia, you saying that you and Shamia are all good lets me know that y'all are not on the same page. I felt like when y'all left the restaurant, y'all were kind of trying to pretend like, okay, girl, we good. It wasn't giving that y'all were good at all. And I could see it in Shamia's body language. Y'all still not good, okay? Now, first of all, getting into Britt, because we're about to talk about Britt and this whole event. But y'all, Britt's husband, that husband tea, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's true. I'm going to see if I can play a clip below. I'm very careful with stuff that I get, news that I get from Tasha K. Y'all know how I feel about Tasha K. But she did an interview with somebody who said that, you know, this is mine. I have messed with him before. Lots of people have messed with him before. Now, I don't really like reporting stuff like this just because I don't mess with the like down low outing people. I don't like stuff like that.
Good at it. I call her Headhunter Edie, but her husband a headhunter too.
What you mean?
I used to host sex parties in Houston and in Atlanta for DL men. You pay $30 in cash, or you pay $32 cash out. I used to run the door in Houston, and then I branched off. It's called the Lifestyle Lounge in Houston. Baby, the who's who goes to those events. Special invites.
So what is you saying?
You may have been at a party or 10, 15, 20.
Britt Edie husband? This guy?
Yeah, that guy. Michael Cunningham. And we have the same last name, by the way.
I was gonna ask, how do y'all have the same last name?
No relations.
But you have had relations. Does Britt know this?
She should know her man gay. Anybody can see that.
But when Britt's husband said, yeah, I don't see the Botox, I said, oh. Allegedly, Betty, allegedly. $6 left, okay? Now, I will say her Bare Naked brand, I'm a strong believer. Just because there's a Chick-fil-A right there don't mean you can't build a Chipotle right next door. Okay, so her starting Bare Naked, which is obviously a knockoff of Skims. Skims is a knockoff of Babes. The OG girls know about Babes. Babes is a line that was started by Sierra Rogers years ago. This was like the first like line that was like shapewear clothes. You know what I'm saying? Sierra Rogers is an OG. Been that girl. She is very fashionable. Y'all know about Babes. It's the website is like shopbabes.com. That is the originator of all this shapewear clothing that y'all see. That is the originator. Skims copied off of her. Every single line that you see came from that. And that's the T. I remember when she dropped her line like way long time ago. So anyways, like I said, y'all be talking about everything is a Skims knockoff. Skims is a Babes knockoff. So just a little history for y'all. But anyway, so I'm not too excited about this Bare Naked line. It's just we have a lot of those. Okay, so the event made no sense to me. Y'all are dressed up like high tea. Y'all are golfing, and this is for Bare Naked. What you should have did was had an event. Y'all all had to wear nude clothing, like nude that matched your skin. You know, like nude dresses, anything nude and sparkles, whatever. You should have had a nude dress code, and you should have had the people, you know, falling from the ceiling with the ribbons and doing all that. You should have had, y'all know how they have those models that like lay on the table and they got sushi on their body? Like you should have had the theme of nudity. You should have had a party and the theme was nudity. Like, what are we doing here? Anyways, why did you only have food for the people at your table? Portia literally said, I didn't want to look at people. I'm not going to make eye contact because they're going to try to come get my lamb chop. And what's crazy to me is you sat your ass at that table and you started bragging about how when you had your insurance company, you took everybody to like Miami or something and you let them pick whatever plastic surgery they want. So you telling me you can afford BBLs for your staff, but you can't afford a little burger for everybody at your party? That was probably the most tackiest thing I have ever seen.
Brent, you know better. You know better. You are bougie enough to know that when people go to a party, they have to eat. They're hungry.
Them people were so hungry. You know what I heard in the background? In the arms of the angel, fly away. Them people was hungry. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like Britt's event. It was actually embarrassing. I think it was stupid her getting Angela an extra large. You really should have had the nude event, like I said, made the girls go put on some Bare Naked, or you should have gave them the Bare Naked before the event so they could wear it to the event. And y'all should have did like a little cute photo shoot with all of it on. Like, girl, the marketing is not there. Britt, we gonna try again. Britt is, oh God, I hate to say this. She's so unlikable, y'all. I really tried. I really like Kelly and Angela, great additions. But you know what? We needed a villain this season. And I hope Britt comes back next season because I just like watching people crash and burn. I'm so messy for that. I do. I'm sorry, I do. Moving on to Miss Angela. Angela is in debt with these houses, girl. Oh my God. At this point, she is trying to sell the house for the price that she bought it for. I'm telling y'all, this economy is crazy out here. So that threw me for a loop. And then when she started crying, Charles didn't even hug her. I'm starting to side eye Charles a lot. Like, she's talking about how stressed she is and how she's apologizing to him for her ways. She's just sitting there crying and she's like, can I have a hug? Charles, please at least act like you like your wife. And I love Angela, but it's something about Charles that rubs me the wrong way. Now, I am a single lady as far as like I'm not married. So one thing I'll say, Angela, don't listen to me, baby. I'm not married. Married people should not listen to people who not married. So I'm just saying what I got to say now. I'm not that delusional. I'm very aware, okay? I am crying that at the event, Angela brought up the side baby. One thing about Angela, she is so messy and she does not care. And Charles does not have a side baby. Angela, you ate that. Because I'm not going to lie. I was one that was accusing Charles. I, too, had accused Charles of having a side baby. So thank you for clearing that up. And with Drew, I have to close it in saying this. Drew, Shamia ate you up when she called you Drew Nokio. You know they be saying Drew is a liar. They said Drew was on Poor Minds lying. Y'all, while a listener wrote to me and said, this is no shade, Drew, I love you down. They said Drew was in that first episode, in the beginning of the episode talking about, I wake up every morning and I check Poor Minds timeline because I just love y'all so much. They said, shut up, girl. Shut up. I said, she was gassing a little bit. But yeah, Shamia calling Drew Nokio was so funny to me. And you know what? Drew signed her record deal, so congratulations to her. And I know that was real because her lawyer was at Fox Rothschild law firm. And I met him because the lawyer that he works with, Josh, he did our contract for Travel Queens. So shout out to Josh. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. So the lawyer that you saw Drew with, it wasn't our lawyer, but I met him because he works with Poor Minds lawyer, if that makes sense. So yeah, she was really at a entertainment law firm for real, because that's who did our contracts for Travel Queens. Just a little fact for y'all. Y'all know I had to promote that. Go stream Travel Queens. And at the end of the episode, Miss Phaedra is back. Good Lord, Phaedra looked good. Oh my gosh. So when they brought Phaedra back, they let you know why Phaedra left the show because she basically lied, telling Portia that Kandi wanted to drug her and assault her. Do we ever know why Phaedra lied and said that? I don't want to bring up old things, but why did she do that? You just made that up. So I'm not going to lie. In that 15 minutes Phaedra was on my screen, I was extremely entertained. I'm so excited that she's back. I love Phaedra. Oh my God, can y'all imagine if we could get Nene back? I don't want to, I love you. I love Nene down. I don't want to see Nene do interviews. I want to see Nene in reality TV. We need Nene back on our screens, but Phaedra, I was so entertained. I hope they bring Kenya back next season too. I'm ready to see Kenya. If Kenya would have just held on, she would have saw Britt was going to drown herself. But we need Miss Kenya back, Phaedra. We need a little more of the OGs back. But, baby, Phaedra entertained the mess out of me. So I'm excited. They're going to the annual trip that they always do on each season of Housewives. They start that next week. So I'm excited. Let me know how y'all felt about this last episode in the comments. All right, moving on to Basketball Wives. If I'm being quite honest, y'all, I fell asleep on this episode 3 times. There's something about these storylines. Like, we all know reality TV is fake and storylines are created, but there's something about these Basketball Wives storylines that are so created. Like, so you're telling me Jennifer and Evelyn are beefing so hard, but they both planned a trip to Vegas. Evelyn's going to Vegas for her birthday, which is crazy because, like, Evelyn, your baby daddy is Carl Crawford. I know you're not celebrating your birthday in Vegas. We seen your house. I know them child support checks is straight. I would expect Evelyn to be in like Greece or something. So that wasn't believable. And then Jennifer is like, oh, we're going to Vegas to get married. Now that's kind of believable, maybe a little bit. I don't know, but it was just kind of like not giving. But really quick, in that scene that Jennifer and her husband, mind you, Jennifer is in her 50s, her husband's in her 30s, no shade, no tea, just to let y'all know. That breakfast scene that they had, I could tell that they Uber Eats because they had like a breakfast burrito and like tater tots. Why are you eating tater tots? I just feel like at a certain age, we got to give up tater tots. Tater tots do be good. But I'm not eating tater tots.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
No, go find your own.
Come on, give me some of your tots.
No, I'm freaking starved. I didn't get to eat anything today. Oh, God. Gross. Freaking idiot.
I don't know. It was just weird. Why are we having tater tots and mimosas? Anyways, that's beside the point. The episode was okay. This whole beef between Ming Lee and Brandy over Ty. It's like, Brandy, you say you don't like Ty, but then on the way to Vegas, you put Ty in the van with you and Ming Lee was in the other van. I feel like you are poking at Ming. Now, the jury is still out if I like Ming or not. I'm not saying like her personally. I'm talking about like her on the show. But I do like the fact that she's like taking up for herself because I do feel like when new characters come in on the show, the OGs will try to bully them. So I do like the fact that she's kind of like standing up to Brandy. I think Brandy is trying to play both sides with this whole Evelyn and Jen situation, which is weird. I do agree with Chantel. It was very weird for her to invite Jennifer to the house. What are you doing? But Chantel tries to play peacemaker too much. Baby, we like mess. Why did you come on Basketball Wives if you want to make everything peaceful? Leave that over there at like Disney Channel. Maybe that's where we need to bring her to Disney Channel because, baby, we likes to get messy over here, okay? The other girl, Denise, she's one of the Ball's baby mamas. This Brittany's friend. She says like 2 words every 30 minutes on the show. I'm trying to understand why she's there. I think maybe just because of who her baby daddy is. I don't know. But yeah, this episode was very lukewarm to me. It wasn't doing much for me. But we'll see how it goes next week. Let me know how y'all feel about the last episode of Basketball Wives. Maybe I was just sleepy. I don't know. Anyway, make sure y'all stream Travel Queens. If you have not watched the show yet, let me show you how to stream it really quick. Philo. I can't remember which one of y'all corrected me. Philo. Download it. Get a free 7-day trial. It's only 4 episodes. Watch the 4 episodes, cancel your subscription. Please, y'all, just go stream it. Download Philo, do the 7-day free trial, watch all 4 episodes. Please just stream it, y'all. Just sign up. If you don't mind paying and you already have Hulu TV, you can do the BET Her add-on for $7.99 a month. I think maybe you can go to BET.com. I'm not completely sure if it's up there yet. I haven't checked in. And if you have a YouTube TV subscription, you can watch it. Y'all, please go stream Travel Queen so we can get a season 2. Make sure y'all go. It's Monday. You should have watched the episode with Drew Sidor that just dropped on Friday. Also, let's hashtag love Lex P and let's get to chatting on Twitter. Y'all don't be chatting with me and saying nothing. But yeah, let's chat. And let me know in the comments too what y'all thought about the Poor Minds episode with Drew. Hopefully y'all have watched it already. And I know this is the end of the episode, but if you're just now getting to this part, leave a little comment and so we can chat over here, because if we chat over there, everybody gonna see our comments. This is a secret society. This is the Lovebirds over here. We can really get messy and talk like we want to talk, okay? So make sure y'all tune in to Love Lex P every Monday. I hope y'all had fun today. Today was a fun episode. I love y'all so much, Lovebirds, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.